Hey there, guys. This is Steve Kimes, MennoNerd, talking to the rest of you MennoNerds. In Portland, Oregon, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. It actually gets late even on the West Coast. It happens. I want to tell you a story today. When I was 19 years old and I traveled to India, to Calcutta. It was called Calcutta then, at that time, not Calicut. And at that time, there was 12 million people in Calcutta. 1 million of them lived on the street. An amazingly poor city. You would see garbage piles in the city and people having picked through the garbage piles as deeply as they can. I was blonde-haired, blue-eyed, wearing a fancy hat and my fancy jeans, going down the street, being the American that I need to be. And there was always kids or people following me around asking me for money. And I had money, so I gave them some, not a lot, but I gave them some. And my friends, my Indian friends said, no, you don't want to do that. There are people, pimps, and they are in charge of these beggars and they'll abuse these beggars. And all the money that you give to them is going to go to their pimps. Goodness, well, that's awful. So they said, now don't give beggars any money. Whatever you do, don't give them any money. Okay, I won't give them any money then. The next time I had to make a trip to Calcutta and I'm wandering around, one woman decided that she had just latched onto me and she's just going to follow me everywhere for sure that I am going to give her money. She followed me for at least an hour. From place to place, all the places where I was going. And if I went into a place for a half hour or whatever, she was still there waiting for me when I came out. She's just following me. And I'm like, no, 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 I'm not going to give you anything. She's following me again and again. And finally, I'm just like, okay. So I go into a shop, I get her some food, give her a little bit of food, and then she goes away. And I finish. And I'm always running into beggars. I'm always running into people. After 6 months in India and 6 months of being around the poor and 6 months of being around all these different people, I decided to go home. Home for me is Orange County, California. I flew home and my plane was delayed. And so I ended up getting home on Christmas Day. The contrast for me between the poverty that I had seen in India and the extravagance and the crazy greed that people have in my own country, and one of the wealthiest parts of my own country, is just phenomenal. And I will tell you, for 2 years, I wept and I repented and I swore it would change my life. And it did. I mean, I'm a pastor to the homeless now. And that experience changed me to such a degree I could never go back. At that point, I realized I am and always will be the rich young ruler. I will always be that person. And I have to spend my life living the commandment of Jesus to that man. Anyway, that's what I've got. Bye.